Percival. Hello, my beauties. Hang on, just as I'm about to go live, Percival the cat wants to have a conversation with me. Do you want to come up? Okay, if you want to, you can jump up here. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to those of you who are going to watch this in replay. Welcome to those of you who are here live. Let me know who's here live. And yeah, sorry about that mishap. I put 2 o'clock, and that ended up not being the correct time. So I apologize for that, any of you that were here. Okay, guys, so I'm going to do a little bit of a brief centering, I think, in a minute. I just want to say hi to who's here. So let me see. Let me pull up the comments. Now, I'm in StreamYard. You can see that funny duck right here. That's what I'm using. So there's a moment. So let me know you're here. Say hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And you have the topic today that I'm going to share with you and that I really want your opinion as well. The topic for today's live is, does prayer and meditation, do they work together or are they in conflict? Okay, good. The cat went to lay down. Yes, I am a crazy cat lady. I love my cat. I always have a cat with me. I think they're beautiful animals. I'm just checking that I am live on YouTube. Here, 1 second, because I'm not seeing comments yet. Whoops. Did I want to go right to YouTube? Hold on. I'm going to go to my channel. Let me know you're here, guys. Welcome, goddesses. Okay, it looks like I am live. And there are 4 of you watching right now. You are not saying hi. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Just say your name, how you're doing today. So yes, I am live. Perfect. So yeah, we'll be talking about, do prayer and meditation conflict? And it's actually a nuanced answer. And I'm going to share that with you. And then I want to have your any other questions you have about when you meditate, if you have trouble meditating, if you're forgetting to meditate. I want to know more about the community and more about my audience specifically. So I'll really appreciate your feedback today. So let me go back into StreamYard. Yes. So you can post a comment on YouTube and it will show in my comments, but it takes about 2 minutes. So now this video, if you're watching this video, it probably means you're a spiritual woman. As you guys know, my channel, right? And we say guys, you guys know, right? Guys, including women, because we're used to that. We're used to guys referring to men and women, but my channel is about the divine feminine, stepping into our spirituality. The divine feminine means working with actual feminine forms of spirit. So working with particular goddesses and embodying that within you, coming from, hi, Etienne, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for saying hello. Who else is here? So that is working with the divine in a feminine form, as across cultures and across the world, there would always be, if there was a male god, there was always a female goddess. Okay. And in many cultures, when they thought of the divine, they thought of it in a form of like a mother, of a, so a feminine form. Okay. This is historical. So we just talk about that, at least bringing back the feminine into spirituality, into divinity. We talk about chakras. We talk about different forms of meditation. I am a certified yoga teacher. And in the Kripalu tradition, let me know if you've heard of Kripalu. It is one of the yoga traditions that came to the West. And so, hi, Bevelyn, welcome. So just saying hi to folks who are coming into the live. And again, welcome if you're in the replay. So this is weird. I just have to say this. I usually don't wear stripes, but my friend, I just went out to have like brunch and my friend's like, oh yeah, that looks really good on you. And I'm like, really? But I think I do like it. It's not my usual fare. I'm usually, to me, it looks kind of office-y. It looks like I'm going to work in an office, which would be the bane of my existence. Those of you who know my background know that self-employment, teaching, and working for myself, which I encourage you guys to do as well, I like being independent. So my channel is for the independent woman. I've been thinking about it, the independent-minded spiritual woman. So let's talk about if prayer and meditation are in conflict. I think most of you know that what my answer is going to be. They are not in conflict. Hi, Miss Cindy Jones. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, 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 yes. Welcome, goddesses, just joining us. So we're talking about whether prayer can work with meditation. Can they work together? Or is there a conflict? Now, so I'm going to be very upfront with you. If you are watching this, most likely you identify as a spiritual person. You may come also from a Christian background as well and are open-minded to other traditions. Now, if you are very, very strictly in your particular religion, you may not feel comfortable with meditation. And so I want to address that. That's what I said. I want to talk to you frankly about that. Because I know, especially in the replay, some folks will be like that. And so if you do feel afraid of meditation, if you have heard horrible things, and being on the internet a lot, I hear some of the stuff that I wouldn't hear, to my face. If you're worried about you're opening yourself up to entities and so on, then I would say don't meditate. If you have so much fear and your belief, and that is your belief, then I would say don't meditate. Because why would I say that? If you are already fearful and nervous about it and feel that it conflicts with your, strongly held religious convictions, then I'd say fine. This is not about a cult. This isn't about converting you to anything. What I do want to do with this video is, especially for those of us, especially for the Black community, I think that there is more reluctance to try meditation, okay? And that's really why I'm doing this video. Let me have a cup of my tea here. Tell me if that's true. Comment back. Give me your opinion, what you see. So I've always been extremely independent, I feel that I'm going back to traditions that I have practiced in past life. My religious beliefs and spiritual beliefs feel very natural to me, but I know that within, especially, I would say, the African-American community, in the US, African-American community, there is a reluctance to meditation. That also has to do with it being less sort of filtering in, I would say maybe 10 years later than in the general populace, if that makes sense. That's my observation. So sort of coming to it a little bit later. Okay, now that's not everybody. I'm not saying everybody, especially younger generation, maybe very, very open to meditation, no big deal, whatever, and they're into all sorts of things. So I'm asking you, do you feel that that is so? Let me know. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, so Nancy, that's the question. Cassandra, Thomasine, Fierce Feminine, because I want to know if I'm talking about something that you're interested in and that is relevant. So I'm going to turn my fan on, guys. Hold on one second. Okay, coming back. Let's see. So I want to turn my fan real to the highest, so give me a moment. There we go. So yeah, so guys, let me know. Do you agree? Is there an issue specifically in the Black community about meditation? Yes or no? Okay, good. My fan's going. Let me know. I'm going to wait. I'm actually going to wait a little bit because I need to put it out to you. As I said, it wasn't for me. And then I'm going to go on because, again, I want to know what you're thinking. What are your questions? Okay, so let's see. Let me read some of the comments. Bevlin says, yes. Okay, thanks, Bevlin. I've heard people who are Christian saying that meditation is evil. Yes, Cosmic Wisdom 999. Exactly. Yeah. Fierce Feminine, let's see what you're sharing. I love meditation. It has helped me with all the aggressive energy in my natal chart. I love that. I love that you link it to your astrology. That's so cool. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for sharing with me. So I know, am I just like randomly mouthing off, spouting off, in which case I'll just be like, fine, Okay. Definitely a past life thing. As a kid, I went to church, but nothing the preacher said moved me. I practiced yoga when I was 8. LOL. I didn't even know why. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So again, I'm preaching to like the choir here, as they say, which is a weird analogy to use. But I want this video to also go out to those who may just be unsure. So again, if your religious belief strongly makes you think meditation is bad, then that's fine. Don't even watch this video, right? Because there's no need for anyone to try to force you to meditate. You might want to listen to what I'm going to say, though. So again, most of the people watching this channel are spiritual. The channel is for women. I say that over and over because occasionally I'll get a guy who's like, well, why did you call me goddess? And I love that. Why did you call me goddess? And I'm like, why do we say you guys? And we mean 5 women and 1 guy. You guys. Does the woman start like getting like crazed about it? No. Okay, so me calling you goddess if you're a guy is it's not gonna lower your testosterone. Okay, I'm in a sassy mood today, people. Sorry. So so yes, you can meditate and be any religious background. Okay, you guys knew I was gonna say that, and I'm gonna explain it though. You can meditate and be any religious background. Meditation, first of all, is actually in most religions. They may not call it meditation. They often call it contemplation. They call it, it would translate as like contemplation or whatever. Meditation. And here, let me clarify. I'm talking about mindfulness meditation. I'm talking about meditation that has been, what's the word? Not neutralized. That's not the word I mean. Neutralized. That sounds bad. That is been, the religious aspect has been taken out. Okay. So what am I talking about? When I say meditation, let me do that first. When I say meditation, I am talking about practicing sitting, typically in stillness. So guys, I have to make this broad, right? To fit, right? Because there are many types of meditation, but the meditation that has been studied and scientifically proven and has been practiced for thousands of years and been said through word of mouth and text to be amazing for you, talking about enlightenment, better health, all of that, is generally sitting quietly. I'm going to stick with what I'm talking about, mindfulness, which is often staying with just an awareness of the breath, staying with and being aware of, that's all you're doing, what is happening inside this body. We say body, mind. That is what I'm talking about. Yes, Erica, stillness. So, and of course, there are different types of meditation, as I've said over and over, and there are different types within mindfulness, but I'm trying to give you the general idea of mindfulness. Mindfulness in and of itself is defined as being aware. Okay, so that is not evil. Again, I'm preaching to the choir here because most of you know this. If I say to you, be aware of what you're feeling, be aware of what you're thinking, right? And specific ways to do that, and being quiet and being still. Okay, typically that goes with it. Okay, that's meditation. So again, if you're of the religious belief, I am not tangling with you, and I'm not trying to undo your religious belief, but if you feel that that will let in demons, then don't meditate. I'm sure you've heard, this is YouTube, you guys. So on YouTube, you will find a video that tells you everything. You will find people who have had horrible experiences with meditation. What I would say to you, goddesses, and again, I assume I'm talking to people who are rational, open-minded, rational, and you've got some discernment. If someone has a mental illness, okay, let's go there. Again, absolutely nothing against anyone with a mental illness, but I'm gonna just throw some facts here. If they start to meditate and they hear voices because they are schizophrenic, is it the meditation that had them hearing voices, or is it the schizophrenia? right? Is it the psychosis? I mean, so obviously, I'm not trying to go into the depths of, I'm not a psychologist, but what I'm clearly saying to you, those of you watching this, and what I'm trying to kind of put the boundary on is, yes, there, of course, some people, when they meditate, if you are emotionally unstable, meditation isn't for you, and I am not speaking to you. Again, if you are emotionally unstable, or this is someone in your family or whatever, I cannot speak to that, and I probably wouldn't recommend meditation, because what's going to happen if somebody's schizophrenic and they sit down and sit still and watch their thoughts? Give me your comments in the, you guys know what I'm saying. I feel like I'm just trying to address those who are going to like throw up objections of meditation is bad. Yes, if somebody has a mental illness and they sit and meditate and they're just sitting there, what do you think is going to come up for them? What's going to come up is what is already inside them. Okay. And so that may not be appropriate for them. And absolutely, take your meds, do whatever you need to do. So again, if you have a fear of meditation, if you have a belief that it's going to do horrible things to you, then don't do it. For example, if I'm terrified of the ocean and I can't swim, hello, are you going to see me diving off the side of a boat? Like, no, I'm scared of sharks. What's the thing that killed the guy that was like the electric eel? That you guys know what I'm talking about. What's the guy? They just said there was a video of him of like his death. The one that he was like the nature guy and he dived. Oh, stingray. A stingray killed him. So again, my point: if you have a fear of trains and you saw a train crash when you were little, are you going to go study trains and ride trains? No. So again, if meditation just terrifies you and you have a belief about it, then leave the room. Okay, leave the building. Thank you, Fierce Feminine. You guys who know me know I'm telling stories and I'll kind of like, who is that person? So thank you. So let's just talk about the mainstream of us, okay? You may have a little anxiety. Goddess, I get it. You're a little depressed. You should be depressed right now, okay? You got a little anxiety. You may have a little phobia. It's okay. Like within the mainstream here, okay? We're not way out there. There's a spectrum in everything, right? We're seeing that more and more. Everybody's non-binary. There's a spectrum, okay? There's a spectrum. There's yin, there's yang, there's stuff, everything in the middle. I'm talking to the people in the middle. Meditation, you can absolutely pray. You can absolutely pray and meditate, okay? You're not going to do them at the same time. Prayer, I feel, is more active. You're connecting with God, connecting with spirit in whatever your religious background is. Meditation is now, prayer also has definitely, and Christian prayer is also very contemplative listening. That's what I'm saying. It's not like this alien concept. Even within Christianity, it is not. But mindfulness meditation is you are open to what is happening for you. So say you're sitting there and you start to feel angry. Okay, there's not a demon making you angry. You're angry because you had a fight with your boyfriend that reminded you of bitter fights you had growing up or that your parents had growing up. So meditation is awareness of what is inside of you and also what's outside and other people. You may sit to meditate, you realize you're angry, and then you realize that your boss is a complete, insert profanity, right? Here. I don't want my channel doesn't get flagged for me cursing because I don't curse. Okay. So insert your profanity. And you're sitting there, you're meditating. It's like, oh no, a demon didn't tell you that your boss is a blank. You realize because you see how it triggers you. Like when he comes to your desk and starts kind of talking down to you, you realize you start to get really angry, you start to sweat, you start to get like irritable, your palms, get sweaty. You know what I'm saying? So meditation is awareness. It's training self-awareness. And so you absolutely can be prayerful and you can meditate. They are not in conflict, except, as I said, for that first group who I already discussed. Okay. So good. Let me see your comments. Goddesses, I'm having lavender mint chamomile tea, and it is excellent. And I'm very glad you're here. So let's look at some of your comments, and I will take your questions. If you're on the replay, means you're not here with me live now on Sunday that I'm filming this, then put your comments and questions under the video and I'll see them and I will try and respond. But if you're here live, I'm very grateful. And I'm going to highlight some of your comments. Okay. Absolutely. Let me go back to the top though. You guys started to really comment. I just had to coax you and then it opened up. Yes, Nancy, it was the full moon. I will have the recording up later today and I'll say a little bit about that. And Nancy, thanks for being a supporter of the channel. Let's see what Fierce Feminine says. Okay, right. That one I read. Hi, Vintage Sims. Yes, welcome. The aggressive energy. We all have aggressive energy. We all do. And there are many reasons for that, right? I don't want to get into many of the reasons that we all have anger. There are many societal, there are karmic, there's all familial reasons we have anger. It may show more in your chart, but meditation absolutely helps with that. It's what I call meditation is I call it like self-therapy. It literally, the closest thing it is to explain it, sometimes someone who's never done it, it's almost like therapying yourself in a weird way, right? That's really what it is. Let me put up some more of your comments. Okay, hold on. Wait, let me scroll down. Hold on. Yes, right. And if they believe, and if that's fine, then yeah, don't. Yeah, thank you, Thomasine. So, again, I don't want to go off and talk about, the medical establishment and then historical wrongs in the Western medical community against Black folks, especially in this country, but apparently in other countries too. So that may also lead to a little, for some, a disconnection from sort of the medical community. And I'm not even talking about big pharma, because then I'm just talking about regular doctor level, maybe lack of trust. And so then that goes into like, well, meditation, I don't think that's for us. I think that there's a distrust born out of some historical facts, where, because right now meditation is often, it's being touted in the psychological community. Therapists are studying it in the medical community. A man that I quote in my previous video, you guys, Dr. Jon Kabat-Zinn, I've actually met him. Watch my video, you guys, of 10 reasons that Black folks need meditation along with everybody else. That's the title. His name is Dr. Jon Kabat-Zinn, and he took basically Buddhist meditation, the form, took out the religious aspect and brought it into medicine because he saw the benefits of it. For people with pain, that's one of the benefits I talk about. People who suffer from chronic pain are absolutely helped by meditation. Okay, so I want to take your questions about meditation. Yeah, okay, Ms. Cindy says, I agree, there's unknown hesitancy. Well, that's what I'm saying. How to remove the skepticism, practice it, read studies. Now, mind you, I don't go read the actual studies, you guys. Studies are actually very difficult to read, but what you can go is to like a journal, like Psychology Today, or go to like a good website that has an article that basically puts it in regular English, the studies. And there have been hundreds and hundreds and probably now thousands of studies about meditation. And as I said, all meditation is at root is quietness is typically involved, looking within without judgment. That is what mindfulness meditation is. So yes. Okay, you do affirmations. Absolutely, cosmic wisdom. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. I don't know what percentage of my audience. Let me know who in my audience, do you use prayer? Do you pray or not? Like, I don't know. You guys have to remember, I just try to make stuff that I'm interested in, that I think you'll be interested in, but I'm not sure. So even in my audience, I have no idea. Yeah, welcome, Erica. It's good to see you here. Let me put up some. Yes, yes, Charlie Rosette, yes. Meditation and yoga were evil and demonic. I felt shame and it made me fearful. Yes. Now think about it. What is yoga, right? Well, okay, again, if you take it to the basic level, it's a series of body movements, right? So literally in yoga, there's something called spinal twist. So hold on. If I sit up straight and I twist like this, okay, I'm doing yoga right now. Okay, has something evil happened? Like, why would that precipitate evil, right? And then I'm coming back. Now, what you can do, I've seen now people are like, okay, Christian yoga, do the same postures, label it something else, fine, whatever. But yes, Charlie, there's there, and like I said, I'm not here to convince someone who strongly believes that and is happy with their religious or spiritual background. That's fine. I'm more addressing people who have heard this and they're open-minded and they're wondering about this. So yes. Right. Yoga does come from a specific spiritual tradition, but what you should know is most of those yogis were even outside of the mainstream, even in that they were basically experimenters. They were like what a woman said to me. She's like, you're a mystic. Someone who I respect said, you're a mystic. That's what you are. Meaning it's like you're into the transcendent and however to connect with it. So the yogis, many of them were way outside of their society anyway. They were more like spiritual seekers who were like, I'm just going to directly try to connect to God, to spirit. So yeah, I mean, anybody, you don't have to do yoga. I don't really care. It is incredibly helpful for me. Right, tarot deck and crystals. Right. And so like I said, that's I feel like there's a level of superstition to this that it almost is like I'm not even gonna try to battle with. As I said, someone can have horrible experience, but I would say to you, what was that person's mental health? Somebody could walk down the street and think demons are now controlling them. And maybe demons are. I am not. In fact, let me go there with those of you who are still here. All the spirituality, even of our ancestors, people didn't deny that there were demonic forces. Nobody, it's not like Christianity owns that concept, okay? The concept of good and evil exists in all religions and pretty much in all spiritual traditions as well, spiritual and religious traditions. So it's not that we're like, like all like airy fairy and saying there's nothing bad. That's obviously not true. For example, I'm going to give an analogy that may seem weird, but in terms of there being absolutely, there are evil forces in the world. If you watch Hitler giving a speech, for example, and I know whenever anybody goes to Hitler in an argument, I'm like, you've lost because you had to go to the most extreme. But you'll see why I bring him up here. But it's because it's in an argument when somebody goes to Hitler. Like, that's pretty bad. If you watch him give a speech back in the day and you watch the films of him speaking, he clearly, there was an energy moving through him. I think that there was evil that literally had he taken possession almost of him. I would say that. Absolutely. Buddhist traditions, Hindu traditions talk about, they're all different classes of beings. So again, I'm not saying that that evil doesn't exist. It absolutely does. Is meditation necessarily now going to bring you in contact with that? No, not what I've seen. And, with millions of practitioners for centuries, and even now with the scientific studies, again, about mindfulness, which is what I'm talking about. So yeah, again, so they're not incompatible at all, because meditation is about that looking within, seeing what's within, and also seeing how you relate to the world as well. Okay, so let me just put up something here. Okay, yeah, thank you for sharing that. See, Etienne, I don't know. I have not had that. So she shares I think people, I remember you also shared a comment, you started to feel terrible pains in your body after doing some chakra work. Etienne, I'd love to know, because I had asked you, you were meditating on the sacral chakra, and that it was clear to me that, so do you have issues with the sacral chakra, with reproductive health? I mean, again, I'm asking that because if you start working with that chakra, you will start to stir things up. And so I wondered, so Etienne, I know, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Let me know, why were you working on the sacral chakra? Because of the terrible dream one will see when asleep after meditation. That has never happened to me, Etienne. It has never happened to those who I've taught meditation to. This isn't coming up in the studies. So, my love, what terrible dream did you have after meditation? And have you never had a nightmare before meditating? Have you never had, I mean that sincerely. Others in the comments, I mean, have you never had a bad dream without meditating? That would be very interesting to me. So yeah, Etienne, let me know. I'm sorry you had a terrible dream. I'd be curious to know what you dreamt about. And if you were in my meditation class, which is why I'm talking about meditation more specifically mindfulness, because I am teaching a class, an 8-week class that starts February, starts September 25th. The people I taught, last time I ran it, I had 8 goddesses in it. They did not have that experience of terrible dreams. So let me know, what terrible dreams were you having after you meditated? And Vintage Sims, hi. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Excellent. Excellent. I mean, prayer, when many people pray, they're basically petitioning God, right? They're petitioning a higher power for help, for support, for love, for connection. So yes, I mean, there's so many different names, right? Right. And Cassandra Spring says, yes, I've heard people say they don't want to do certain yoga poses. Okay. So certain yoga poses. So like me going like this is okay, because that is a yoga pose. I'm just simplified, right? I'm just stretching to the side. But maybe if I go like this, it's okay. I'm really curious. I'm really curious what you've heard. So there's certain of them, right? Right. That's so funny. Cassandra says, I feel more connected to meditation when there's an intention. Okay, it's guided. Okay, thank you for sharing that, Cassandra. Right. I want to talk about that. I want to address that. Guided meditation. I do. Thank you. Oh, gold. Yeah, I know I should do more yoga videos. They're just really hard to film. They take me a lot of time. My regular videos typically take 3 to 4 hours. A yoga video can take like 5 hours to film, to plan, to film, get ready, to do it, right? Do it, and then edit it. The editing takes a long time, you guys. It's the editing that is really hard. Chopping out parts, making it link together, adding like text or voiceover. Yeah. So ladies, what do you think about what I've shared? Fierce Feminine has a comment here. I've noticed women have high anxiety when they're doing things that don't connect with them. Yeah. So yeah, if you feel afraid of meditation, then don't do it. Do something else, because if you have that much fear, sorry guys, it's just, yeah, if you have so much fear and your belief is that it's not right for you for a number of reasons, then don't do it. Those are not the women I'm speaking to here. Absolutely. Okay, Etienne, I know you're working on your sacral chakra. Oh, I see. My love, I would also work on your heart chakra. Thank you for sharing that. So love relationships aren't just about the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is very much about sexuality and sensuality. I would also work on the heart chakra, because that's actual love. Separate from, say, in the same way that, say you were with a partner and then they had a horrible accident and you were not able to have, intercourse the same way. You would still love them. Say you'd been with them a long time, you'd still have that connection, because you'd have that heart chakra connection. So the sacral chakra is very much about reproductive health and sexuality and sensuality and emotions. I would go also for the heart. for that. If it's with love relationships, you may have some things with that. So yeah, she shares her dream. One dream I have during the ejection and managed to fly in the dream. Okay, so my love, why is that a terrible dream? Why is that a terrible dream? The ejection, I don't understand. So you said after meditation, for example, for you had a terrible dream, it says. Many people, if you go really more esoteric, when you're flying in a dream, it said that you're kind of having like an out of body or like an astral dream where you're like in the astral realm. It's not unusual to fly or feel like you're floating over the ground in dreams. As we all know, anything can happen in dreams, right? You might walk through a wall, or something grows in size, or it shrinks, or it disappears, or 1 second you're here and then next you're on the ocean. Then, so dreams are very, very, that's why they're dreams. They're open, and that you can be anywhere at any time. Anything can happen. So Etienne, is that the terrible dream I have during the injection? Okay, so Glass Half Full says, when I think this talk is interesting, thank you. When I try to meditate, I try to fill my body with God's light, peace, and grace and strength. Would there be room for this in the meditation class you're offering? That's a great question. It's not that you couldn't do that, but yeah, thanks for asking the question. So what I am teaching is an 8-week, 8 sessions. And again, it starts September. And so let me tell you a little bit about it here. I'm going to put it at the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's going to float through the bottom. Yeah, you absolutely can. That is one way to meditate. What I am teaching, though, you'll learn 4 different methods of mindfulness meditation that I think will help you with the meditation you're already doing, Glass Half Full. Because I know from some of what you've shared with me, Glass Half Full, there's some stuff you're working on. So mindfulness allows you to see, it's as if you're taking a flashlight and turning it inside. So rather than also just trying to kind of consciously fill yourself with light, love, peace, you see what's within that may in fact be holding you back. You will see your thoughts. You will see your fears. You will really see and feel and understand the source of them. So that is what will start to come up when you are practicing mindfulness meditation. So you will learn other methods, Glass Half Full. So that is a great question. I will teach 4 different types of meditation. Oh, you're at work. I'll go through the video later on. Oh, Etienne. Okay. Yeah. You said terrible dreams. And so I just wondered what those were. I think most people would actually consider flying in a dream very exciting and exhilarating. It's actually considered a good thing to be flying in dreams. It's a sign of sort of a freedom. In some way, you feel very free and almost elevated would be the way to say it. So we will learn mindfulness of the breath. We will learn mindfulness of everything, which is more advanced, of whatever is happening and how to deal with it, how to deal with problems that come up in meditation, troubling thoughts, feelings, sensations in your body, how to deal with things like pain and aches, how to deal with thoughts that may bother you, that are inside of you. We will learn a type of meditation that's perfect for when you're really anxious. So it's a physical type of meditation. We will also learn loving kindness. So exactly, yeah, cosmic wisdom. It is, yeah. And there are people who try to fly in their dreams, Etienne. So I find it so funny that you're like, I was having terrible dreams. So that tells me you're someone who has some anxiety, my love. I can tell. I've also seen some of your other questions. I'm just being very honest here. So, yeah. In fact, flying in dreams usually also feels very, very good, right? As you can imagine, since we can't fly in real life, to feel that you're flying in a dream is like very exhilarating. So that would actually be classed as a very positive dream. So yeah, I agree with you, Cosmic Wisdom. And let's see some other comments. I don't know. So far, if anything happened, it was connected to angels almost overwhelming me. It was never nice because they can be loud, but a short while after these meditations, wishes came true. Okay, I feel like I missed the first part, but I think you're talking about having unusual dreams. Is that it, Uta? As you meditated more? Is that right, Uta? I don't know. It was never nice because they can be loud, but a short while after these meditations, wishes came true. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah. And Charlie Rosette, you have a question mark, so I'm not quite sure what your question mark was. So anyway, I do really want to invite you, those watching on the replay, to check out the page that describes the meditation. I'm going to put it in the chat really quick. It's 8 weeks. And I'm going to just say a little bit about it's right for you if you're tired of searching YouTube constantly and other apps to find like the perfect guided meditations. I'm going to break that down. I may even make a separate video about it. But if you constantly need a guided meditation, goddess, and mind you, I make guided meditations, I'm going to give you an analogy of what that is. A guided meditation is like, the meditation coloring books. It's like doing a coloring book versus being the artist who could draw. Okay? Think of what I'm saying. If you always need a guided meditation, it means you're not actually able to meditate on your own. So what I will teach you is the basics of mindfulness meditation that you will have for the rest of your life. You don't have to you can still do guideds, but you don't have to. Okay, you won't have to. So this is perfect for you if you are dealing with a lot of stress. That's what meditation is for. Go watch my video about the 10 scientifically proven reasons meditation is needed in our community, in the Black community, and in all communities. Okay, I just list 10 reasons that are medical, emotional, psychological, brain health. Okay, so especially if you're one of these people, you're constantly searching for a new guided meditation, if you get different results each time you meditate and you're not sure why, that's why you should study with me. I lead beautiful meditations. You already know that if you're watching me now. You're unsure if the meditations you're doing are any good, right? That's another reason to study with me and sign up for this class. You're not confident you're doing meditation right. That's a big one. I'm actually going to go back and talk a little bit about that one. And I'll talk more about that within the course, which is called In the Flow, Intro to Mindfulness Meditation. So let me just put that link in the chat, and I will put it below the video for those of you on the replay. So I've run it before. I did it before COVID. We had 8 women in it. It was really wonderful. They were from all over the US. I might have had somebody from England as well, and they really, really enjoyed it. So this is the link, but it's actually a link in the chat. Right now, I am giving a discount to those of you who are watching, those of you in my community. So whether you're a patron or a member, this is the lowest price right now per session. Okay, it's an 8-week course. It will happen Sunday mornings, and it'll be private, off of YouTube. And I will work with you one-on-one. I'll be able to see you. I will not just lead you in meditation, right? So not just like the guided meditations that are free on my channel. I will teach you why you're doing them, when is a good time to do them, when do you need that type of meditation, when perhaps not to do that particular type of meditation. So you're going to learn. You're not just going to practice it. You're going to learn why, when, and how. And I'll also end with a 15-minute Q&A after each class where you can specifically come on screen and ask me your meditation questions. You can tell me about your stress at work and the problems maybe you had meditating. Maybe you have trouble meditating regularly, or this type of thoughts came up, or you had a bad dream after you meditated, and I will help you during the Q&A. Okay. Okay. Not dreams happen during the meditation. Oh, okay. What you're saying. I see, Uta. But a short while after these meditations, wishes came true. So again, there are angels, right? And you could have tapped into that. And also there's the psychological element of how much is our subconscious and things that we are not aware of. So meditation does bring that stuff up. So it's good if you're, normal amount of mental health, you'll absolutely be fine. So do you have any questions about this, the program, the meditation, the mindfulness meditation program? Go ahead and ask them, or if you have any questions about meditation itself. Yeah, so I am teaching, it's not going to be about working with angels or any sort of beings. That's why I'm saying it is actually a-religious. I'm going to teach you the basic types of meditation on which, goddess, you can build any other type of meditation that you want. But this is the one where they've studied and seen the benefits in people with stress, people with addictions, people with high blood pressure, immune disorders, all of that. That is mindfulness meditation. Okay. And that is what I will be teaching and inviting you to join, to sign up right now. I'd love to see you inside. It is for women. It's for women of all backgrounds. I'm sure it'll be a diverse group of women. If there's enough need, I may make a group that also includes men. But yeah, it will be wonderful. I am an excellent meditation teacher. Oh, okay, Cassie, thank you for bringing that up. No, this is great. So Cassie says, thank you, Cassie. I'm laughing because this is one of the ones that I know people say. It's totally normal. Cassie says, I tend to fall asleep when I try to meditate and lay down. Cassie, are you saying you're meditating laying down, or you get sleepy and then you go lay down? Can you clarify that for me, Cassie? I think you're saying you start getting sleepy, you're like trying to meditate and you're like, and then you go lay down. That is very common. That is very common. Who else has had that? Give me a yes or give a comment under the video if you're watching the replay. You try to meditate and you fall asleep. Cassie, thank you so much for asking this. I have a video about like the 5 problems of meditation and how to solve it. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, don't try to meditate in Shavasana, my love, because if you meditate laying down, you will fall asleep. So you're trying to meditate laying down. So that is not recommended. That's my answer to you, and I'll explain why. If you're laying down, when we lay down, 95% of the time, it's because we're going to sleep. Therefore, your body says, when your head hits the pillow and your whole body's laying down, your body's like, oh my God, I'm so glad she's letting us go to sleep. This is great. Oh. And you start falling asleep. So Shavasana is actually not meant to put you to sleep. So that's number 1. Shavasana is actually meant to keep you deeply relaxed but awake. That's the training. So that's a separate issue. It's funny you bring that up because I may include that as well. Shavasana is a deep relaxation. It is typically not classed as a meditation. And the point of it is to get deeply relaxed, but be alert mentally, Cassie. So when you're doing meditation, it's common to get sleepy because, again, goddess, we are not used to not doing anything. So when you're meditating, you're doing nothing. So your body's like, yay, we get to go sleep. Yay, I'm going to go to sleep. So it's very, very common. And in the course, I will teach ways to overcome that because it is a sign of several things. And goddess, because I do want to help you, I will share this. Let me go turn my fan off because now I'm like too cool. So there are several reasons why you get sleepy. 1, it's just habit. If you're doing nothing, which is what meditation is technically, your body is like, oh, well, we should be asleep. We're not watching TV. We're not watching videos. We're not listening to a podcast. We're not talking to anyone. We're not reading. Oh, we should be asleep. So that's 1, it's habit. Number 2, goddess, you're probably tired, Cassie. And this is the most important reason, is when you're trying to meditate seated, which is what is recommended, and trust me on that, and you get sleepy, that's because you're tired. So you may literally have some sleep deprivation. Okay. So that's something we would work in. Oh, okay. Yeah, and cosmic wisdom, that's a great point. Don't meditate right before bed if it's going to make you fall asleep, unless that is what you're trying to do. And again, that's different. There's also a lot of confusion about what meditation is. Relaxation, people will put sleep meditation. Why do we put sleep meditation? Because you guys are searching for sleep meditation. But meditation isn't about falling asleep. Meditation is actually about being awake. I'm so glad this question came up. And I'm not trying to be kind of highbrow or fancy, but meditation is about being awake. You know how the phrase woke has been taken and like politically like just dragged through the mud, oh, those woke people? There's a slight relationship to this. In meditation, across traditions, the idea is for you to be awake, meaning you can see clearly. So typically, meditation is about being deeply relaxed, but also extremely alert. And that's the benefit. When I teach people like, Erica, hey, it's great to see you in there. And I see you saying an absolutely to something. Yeah, I know some of you have experienced that because I know some of you, can get sleepy. You can get sleepy when you're trying to meditate. And so that's part of what I'll help you understand why that's happening. It could be, as cosmic wisdom says, it could be you're meditating too close to sleep. So that's a great comment. I would recommend then, Cassie, unless you're trying to fall asleep, you'll get more benefit from meditating in the morning, goddess. If you can meditate in the morning or in the evening before you get tired. Yeah. Okay. I have to sit in easy seat and sometimes I still doze off. Easy seat, I'm not sure what that means. I would teach you how to sit in so you don't fall asleep. That's absolutely something that I would be able to teach you. It's so, yeah, I said that and it's true, which is sort of pulling the cover off of everything. And I think I made one because I knew people would like it. When you're asleep, unless, again, I'm going to give you wisdom here that some of you are not going to like, though I'll never forget the comment. Someone complimented me. She said that I was one of the few people on YouTube who warned about meditation maybe not being for everybody or having to do some preparation. I don't remember if it was chakra meditation or mindfulness. She goes, you and like a monk, like some other person who was really, really, really high up in meditation. She's like, you're the only two. So to say that people want something to help them fall asleep. People are lazy. I count myself. I have lazy times. So if I tell you, you can meditate while you sleep, you're going to watch that video. So people make those videos. We make those videos because people want them, right? It's like this is a great analogy. It's like people who manufacture candy. It's not good for you. It's especially not good for children, right? Tooth decay, diabetes. Sugar is really bad for you. Don't get me started on that. Like, it really is an addiction in this country, especially. But there are people who make it. They make candy. They make baked goods because people want it. Okay. So thank you for bringing that up, Fierce Feminine. So you can, if you're very, very advanced, you can meditate while you sleep. What I mean by that is you're literally awake while you're asleep. And I am going to touch on this a little bit, but I know I'll probably lose some of you. And I'm not trying to brag because this only happened briefly. I have done up to 6-week meditation sessions where I'm meditating from morning to night, like 10 hours a day. We typically say it's about 10 hours a day, but I think I was doing more. Okay, so this is my bragging, which is very bad. You're not supposed to do it. But to explain what I was saying about you can't meditate while you sleep, I began to only need 4 hours of sleep. 4 hours of sleep. Yeah, I'd end up in bed at 11, goddesses. I'd wake up at 3. Anybody who knows me, if you know Viv, you know I am not an early riser. No. People call me at 9 or 10 and I'm mad at them. I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you call me? I'm up, but I'm doing yoga. I'm just waking up, So when I was doing meditation this intensively, I only needed 4 hours of sleep. And literally, I can't explain it. I was asleep, but my mind, it's like my mind was awake. Yeah, I can't explain that. Do you guys know what I'm saying? Do you have a question about that or like a comment? So, yes, if you there is a point where you can kind of meditate in your sleep, but it's not like these videos that are like, oh, you're meditating. It's not. It's not because it takes a certain amount of skill is all I'm saying. It takes practice. So, yeah. It's true. But they make videos because people will watch it. People will, for 8 hours, play their video. And so they're like, yay, But you need to meditate in when you're awake. That is when you need to meditate. So thanks for bringing that up. Tame my thoughts as an increase in my focus. Right. Yes, Cassie. So Cassie, I would love to see you in the flow program because I would teach you how to increase your focus and how to meditate on your own. Again, and Erica, give me a yes. Erica's like deep. Yeah. Again, guided meditations, which I make because people want them and it does help. But think of it as like a crutch. That's a better analogy. Think of a guided meditation as a crutch, right? You're having trouble walking, right? So you use a crutch or a walker, it helps you to walk. That's a guided meditation. Okay? What I'm saying is if you learn how to meditate, you do it yourself. And you know how to deal with what comes up during meditation. You know what is the right type of meditation to do. Should I be doing seated meditation or should I do like a movement meditation right now? I'm having these thoughts from like when I was traumatized as a kid, when I was abused. How do I deal with that? These are the types of things that I will teach you because you won't just be doing guided meditations. You will learn how to do it yourself. So yeah, I totally understand why people do them because they help you. They help you. They're a crutch. I do both in the morning and at night. And yeah, it's the night. Yeah, Cassie, that's what I figured. It's the night you're falling asleep. It's because you're tired, goddess. So I would shift the nighttime meditation to maybe right after dinner or right before you eat dinner. It depends what your work is. And again, if I were training you like in the course, which is a group course, so it won't just be you, but your question will help somebody else. So I would talk to you and try to find out like, are you trying to meditate at midnight? It's like too late for you, right? And you tell me, oh, Viv, I work from like 8 to 6. I'm like, okay, well, nighttime meditation is not appropriate for you. So these are the types of things that I can help you with. Yeah. So Cassie, I would love to see you in the program. I am really inviting Black women. I need the community to realize that meditation and how to do it properly, not just like kind of fluff, not just like fluff meditation. And what I mean by that is when you just go on YouTube and you randomly pick something, you don't know that person, you don't know what they know, and you also don't know how to build up, right? From like kind of baby step meditation, right? To like, oh, okay, now I'm getting into the serious stuff. So I just really know that we need to. My program is it's 8 weeks, and the guy I mentioned to you, the John Kabat-Zinn, he was like, I think with Yale or Harvard. His program is 8 weeks as well, and it's called Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction, and they have used that for people with illness. He mixes in a little yoga. I don't think I'm going to mix in yoga in my program because I think that just the meditation is enough for you, the different types that I'll teach. But meditation does help yoga because meditation helps with stress, for sure, for sure, for sure. What did Cassie, let's see. Yes, Uta, exactly. Walking meditation. Yes, no, Uta, thank you. Yeah, walking meditation. I will break that down, how to do walking meditation, when to do walking meditation. So yes, that could be a practice for her. I don't think I have it on my channel anymore. I think I had a video, but it was scratchy and I took it down. But yeah, walking meditation is one type that will help you if you tend to fall asleep. And there are other reasons as well to do walking meditation. It can be really profound, but yeah, if you fall asleep, for people who get sluggish, there are certain types of people, depending on their type, they get they get like almost like foggy sitting down. Their mind wanders. Yeah, their mind wanders. So yes, walking meditation is excellent then for that. Yes. Yeah, Cassie, great question. So, yes, you can absolutely kind of meditate or be meditative while you walk. What I'll be teaching in the program is how to do it inside your house or outside. Um, it's hard to explain. It is the classical. I'm not teaching you how to go for a walk and be calm. We're literally going to do a type of meditation where you walk in a methodical way and you are meditating. So I will teach that, a classical walking meditation, which is not the same as going for a walk and being relaxed. That's also super helpful though. Absolutely. I recommend that in all my videos to like get out in nature, but there is a specific way to do meditation while walking. Okay. And that's part of what I would do when I would do the 10 hours a day meditation. We would alternate. Obviously, you can't sit still for 10 hours. That's not good for your body. So, Cassie, yeah, like what we would do, and those watching on the replay, what we would do is alternate seated meditation with walking because we were going to meditate for 10 hours. It was an intensive. So we would sit, then walk, then sit, then walk. Of course, you'd have lunch. And the day would be broken up a little bit by meals and things like that. You'd have time for maybe take a shower, do some hand laundry or whatever. But Cassie, yeah, I definitely recommend that. Yes, yes, yes. So you guys, I'm just looking at, yeah, and Cassie, Shavasana, as I said, and this is for everybody watching, this is why there's so much confusion because everything's on YouTube. It's like somebody put everything in, sort of put it in a barrel and like spun it around. And then everything, imagine if you tried to wash red clothes with orange clothes with white clothes, right? Everything gets all tinged the same. I love making analogies. So Shavasana, the beauty of what Shavasana is that Cassie mentioned is, as I said, the point is to teach you to deeply relax while your mind is alert. So it's very similar to meditation, but it's not for you to fall asleep with. Again, many people will use it that way, but that's sort of not the highest level of using it. But it's still fine. It's okay because you're basically relaxing your body, right? You're breathing so you can fall asleep. And so you need it. And so there's nothing wrong with that. But the higher level of it is to be that deeply relaxed. It's called yogic sleep, yoga nidra, right? And the yoga nidra level is, I look at you, like if I saw you, you're absolutely still, you kind of look like you're asleep, but your mind is completely clear. And you're basically like you're meditating, but you're laying down and you look asleep. That's the highest level of it, and where you get into like even psychological healing. Okay, so yeah, that is absolutely a technique. So let me just see one quick thing. Great. Vintage Sims, thank you for this question as well. Sometimes meditation is hard because I have a lot of body pain and I can get stuck on it. But over my years of practice, I've gotten pretty good at tapping in quickly. I like to meditate after breakfast. Yes. Good. Yeah, meditate. Now, Vintage, were you saying then you tune into God and you invite like this light and love and the divine in? That I can see how that would make sense for your body pain. That does make sense. If that was you who said that, absolutely. I will teach other types of meditation as well that, like I said, will help you become aware of thoughts, feelings, emotions, and also of your behavior. So I hope you can see the difference. It's even broader, the mindfulness that I will teach. Yeah, but John Kabat-Zinn showed that mindfulness helped people with pain. They did multiple studies with it. It was the first time that they showed a non-pharmaceutical way to help people who were having pain. And that blew my mind because I don't have chronic pain. I've had pain at different times for different specific reasons, but chronic pain, there's a lot to that. If you have chronic pain, there's also some other things going on there. But yeah. So I just want to, let's see, I have a new comment. Yeah, exactly, Cassie. Yep, that's some of, so you use Headspace. Do you like it? Do you like Headspace? Or I also, I recommend the Insight Timer app. So an app is good, but Goddess, and with an app, you don't have that individual support, and you don't really have that someone, a human to ask a question and to connect with. You don't have a real teacher. But so Headspace is it is a good app. As I said, I also like Insight. And yeah, guided meditations are there to help you. They are like a crutch. They help you, but ideally what I would like to do, and we'll do with those in the program, in the flow, my 8-week course that I'm inviting you now to sign up for. We start September 25th. That's the date I have set. Is you have that support. You have a teacher, right, to ask your questions and to help guide you. Otherwise, for instance, with a guided meditation, how do you know maybe when it's time for you to do a different meditation? Or you're having a lot of anger and perhaps that is not the right type of meditation for you. So that's all that I offer. Scalp massages and tummy runs? What? Sunkissed. Okay, I'm missing something because that just came out of nowhere. Scalp massages and tummy runs. The scalp massages sounds good. Tummy runs, not so good. Let me see. Oh, okay, here, let me see. Let me try to figure out. Tummy rubs. Yeah, okay, got it. Oh, yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, that's all a wonderful method. Yeah. Especially if you use like a nice oil, a proper kind of oils, especially for your type. Yes. Different oils are good for different types, different Ayurvedic types. And tummy rubs, yeah, very soothing, working at the belly. Because often when we were children, our mom or our dad, our caregiver parent, who usually was the mother, would rub our tummies, right? Sometimes they might rub our feet, but they would rub our tummy just to soothe us. So yeah, that is really good sun-kiss. Sun-kiss kuri, yes. Do you meditate, my love? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, for the typo, that's okay. I know when you said tummy runs, I'm like, oh wait, no, diarrhea? What? Sorry, I heard runs and that's where my mind went. Yes. So, goddesses, I invite you to check out the course, right? The training. I know it's like, oh, do I need to do another thing? But this is something that will be with you for the rest of your life. I'm putting it in the chat right now. Go check out the page. Let me know what you think, actually. It is open to all women. And I explain like why. I just say a little bit about myself. I explain who the intro to meditation is for. You don't have to be a complete beginner. Many people meditate, goddesses, and then they fall off, or they get bored, or they're not sure what to do next, right? So the course would be good for you for that, the training. And I talk about if you suffer from stress, I mean, and who doesn't? Meditation is the main way, right? It's going to give you a tool. How can I say it? Even literally, if you were locked up in solitary, I'm going to give another analogy. You were saying tummy rubs and scalp massage. Say, even for someone, say, who was in prison, right? Many people are in prison unjustly. Some deserve to be there and some don't. There's not a lot you can get to do in prison, but if you know how to meditate, there are many, many prisoners that start meditating because you just need your body. You need your body and your mind. So if you have stress, goddess, if you suffer from high blood pressure, lupus, any sort of medically and stress-related illness, then studying meditation with me, learning how to meditate, will change your life. If you have anxiety, if you have difficulty sleeping and you're taking sleep medications, I know many of you are. It is not good for you to be on sleep medications. it means the body is imbalanced. We are meant to fall asleep naturally. I mean, of course, if you need an herbal tea or something like that, that's different. But if you need a medication to knock yourself out, what that tells me and any holistic practitioner is that your body and your cycle is out of balance. So check out the link. I just put it in the chat. At least just open that up. And Cassie, I'm put up your comment. Oh, you do have chronic back pain. Also, Cassie, I would meditate sitting in a chair then. Sitting in a straight back chair. I would not meditate in a lounge chair. There are ways, and I would talk about that as well with my students, is to put a cushion at your back, and you want to put your feet flat, thighs parallel to the floor so that everything is supported like this, and your back is straight. Okay. If you have chronic back pain, I'd be really curious to talk to you and know more about if you had an injury, because often things like that can get relieved with meditation. Yeah. So maybe don't sit cross-legged. I'm not sure if you're sitting cross-legged. Yeah. Your legs will get tingly. Yeah. And it's hard to focus. Absolutely. And that's also what I talk about, how to deal with that, how to deal with body aches, pains that come up from sitting still, especially if you try to sit kind of yoga style, cross-legged. It is very, very hard. So I just want to thank you guys for being here. And I wanted to answer your meditation questions, refocus us not just from the chakras. You guys know I have a chakra course, which I would say is for like folks at the intermediate to more advanced level. It is not for beginners. It's for those who, my chakra course now I'm talking about, is for those who have practiced yoga, are familiar with the chakras and want to go really deep. The chakra course would be appropriate. It's not good for relatively new beginners because you need to have a certain, your lifestyle together before you dive into working with the chakras. So the mindfulness meditation, we're starting September 25th. Sorry, guys, my nose started itching. And so, yeah, Silverhead Fitness, welcome, Goddess. Consistency is the other reason I'm teaching this program. It's 8 weeks, Silverhead. The link is in the chat if you scroll up. We get inconsistent with meditation, especially if you're doing it by yourself. With this 8 weeks, it would be a course, so it's going to be a group of women. And I am also offering something really special and extra for you guys. I don't know how many months I had said, but somewhere 3 to 4 months, I will have support for you after the course finishes, where you can come on Zoom and just ask me questions that you're having about meditation. Okay. So that's a bonus. So even after the course ends, I will be available to you to help you with any issues that come up in your meditation. And that is really something special that goes really beyond what most courses would do, okay, to learn how to practice mindfulness. And I absolutely promise you it will change your life. It'll change how you deal with stress. In fact, before I close, I'm going to give you an example of a sister who took it the time I taught before COVID, the same exact course. Literally after 2 weeks, I want to say it was the second week, she was a young woman. She said to me, Viv, I already see the benefit of this. And I said, why? Tell me. She said, well, I was arguing with my husband a lot, right? Married couple. And she said, now I'm able to see before I'm going to start arguing with him. And she was able to literally see what was really bothering her and see before she would say something and start really arguing with him. And this was after 2 classes. It really touched me. I don't know if I got her testimonial about that because I'm bad at getting testimonials. But when she said that to me, I said, this is why, especially in the Black community, people of color, we need to start meditating, because we're talking about someone who here was having, a difficult marriage, specifically these fights. And after 2 lessons, she was already able to use the tools we practiced to help her not get into arguments with her husband and to kind of see what was going on. Okay, that is deep. That's really deep. And that's why I call mindfulness meditation self-psychotherapy. Self-psychotherapy. It doesn't negate therapy. I think everybody needs therapy. I really do, especially politicians. They need therapy. Often they'd be the last to go. But this is like your own form of internal therapy. The way many of us look at like, oh, Reiki or acupuncture or herbs. Mindfulness meditation, learning how to meditate is self-therapy. Yeah. And Erica, we did a little bit when we worked together. We definitely did with Shavasana, with that relaxation, but we did not get into mindfulness. I think it would be excellent for you as well. I really do, Goddess. It would be a whole other set of tools in your toolbox, the 8-week meditation. So I think it would be wonderful for you. Silverhead Fitness, I think it would also be wonderful for you, Goddess. I started off talking about whether prayer and meditation are compatible. But Silverhead, even for what you do, you would see results in your fitness related to the fact that you're meditating. You would have even more clarity of mind, Goddess. You would notice your fitness going more smoothly, your training going more smoothly, injuries even healing faster. All of this from learning how to meditate. So I invite you as well to the program. So Erica and Cassie and Sunkissed, it was great to see you. Vintage Sims, Fierce Feminine, I love that. Cosmic Wisdom 999. All of you who stayed and watched through the replay because you missed the live. So if you have questions, Uta, if you have questions, put them in the comments. Once the video is not live anymore, you'll be able to comment under the video, and I will answer your meditation questions the same way that I gave some answers to Cassie. In fact, and Cassie, I even have another thought for you. I see now why you were meditating laying down, because you hadn't mentioned you have back pain. So yes, in that case, if somebody has pain, you can meditate laying down, but it's harder. It is harder. So yeah, Erica, it's good to see you in here. I hope things are going well, and with family and society. Society's crazy right now. There's some cray happening, right? But when is that not the case? When is that not the case? So we as Black women, especially talking to in my audience, but my audience is all over, guys. So that's why you'll hear me separate sometimes and say Black women, because I've got viewers from Poland. I have viewers from Italy. I have viewers from actually all over the world, and I think that's fantastic. I do want to build a multicultural community, still from my perspective as a Black woman, independent-minded Black woman, but I do have all different types of viewers. And so the course is open to all women. The meditation course. So feel free, especially if you're open to being in a diverse group, you will be welcomed and you can be an ally. And but I especially think that Black women need to know how to meditate, to take it seriously, not just treat it as like a kind of a fluff thing. I'll just find a video. And like I said, an app is a great support, but it's a crutch. And I want you to get off the crutches. Hi, Donna. Yeah, Donna, I would also invite you into the course. You've been in the community a long time, and watch the replay because I'm just wrapping up now. But and the link to the course, which talks about the benefits of meditation, we need it. In the Black community, there's much higher levels of stress. I was listening to a podcast that says that science studies how stressed a society or a group is by measuring high blood pressure rates. Okay, hear that again. High blood pressure rates correlate with the level of stress in whatever community. The Black community in the US, high blood pressure, as you probably know, is a huge issue. Okay, that is because we're under a lot of stress. Prayer is wonderful. Prayer is great, but we can also add another tool to our toolbox, which is meditation. Okay, and specifically mindfulness meditation. It is the least woo-woo type of meditation. It is the most profound. As I said in a previous video, I recommend it before working with the chakras because you will have much greater success if you want to go into woo-woo and go into like higher vibrations and all of that. Then the chakras are wonderful, but they come after mindfulness. Without the mindfulness, you will not have success with working with the chakras. Okay? Because I've seen people try to work with the chakras who are not ready, and you will not have the benefits that you're wanting, that you're hearing about, because you don't have, and I don't mean you specifically, you know how English is, you, the general you. If you don't have enough concentration, enough clarity of mind, enough inner stillness, you will not be able to work with the chakras well. Okay? This is a fact. And again, people don't like to tell you that because they don't want to discourage anyone from watching their videos. And, you know, I understand that. So let's see what Fierce Feminine says. Yeah, thank you, Fierce Feminine, Fierce Femme. Yes, yes, yes. So Donna, yeah, check it out. Check it out. And the link is in the chat. Also, again, there is a discount right now. I'm giving the lowest price for my patrons. Anybody who would hear me is already in my community. The price is literally, I'll tell you what it is. It's $18 per session, which is the price of a yoga class. Okay. I'm assuming you're working or you're retired. If you're low income, email me and I can make it a little bit lower. You can email assistant, hold on, and then I will get this assistant. If you are low income, assistant at In the Flow of Magic. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I should have mentioned that. If you truly are low income, then write to me at assistant at In the Flow of Magic. All right, that will get to me rather than giving my personal email all over YouTube. So assistant at In the Flow of Magic. And I can give you a coupon to make it a little bit lower if you would like to take the course. But it turns out it's $18 per session. I think that comes to $144. It's 8 weeks. There will be a replay as well. And as I said, for several months after, I will have a live where you can hop on with me, not out to the public, and you can ask me your personal questions. Like, Viv, I'm feeling that I get really angry when I'm meditating. What's going on? Right? And I will answer your personal question. Glass half full? Yes. You have high blood pressure, diabetes, and high cholesterol. Glass half full, can you take the course? Glass half full? I can't tell gender from your photo, so I'm sorry. I mean, your photo is really small. This would absolutely help you. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind that learning how to meditate, because you're obviously a stressed person. We don't get high blood pressure, diabetes 2, and high cholesterol. Yes, it's diet, but again, why is the diet so bad? When we're stressed, we eat certain types of foods, and I can tell you, I do that too. Lately, I've been like scarfing down potato chips. When do I scarf them down? When I'm stressed. I'll notice I'm just eating. I'm just like, okay, stop. Are you even hungry? Right? So meditation, I think I may make another video in terms of meditation and how it helps with our diet. I think I will make that video. So I'm going to be putting out more videos talking about meditation. I want you guys to really understand, not just you live, but my whole audience to understand the benefits of mindfulness meditation, whether they're black, brown, orange, whether they're non-binary, binary, whether they're in Mozambique or in Canada, to understand the benefits of meditation. I think it just really needs to be emphasized, and people hear it differently. Glass half full, yeah, it is one payment, and here's why. But if you write to me at assistant, explain what's going on, glass half full, at the one I just put, assistant at In the Flow of Magic. And thank you for asking, for having the courage to ask. Yeah, and I love your picture, and I love how it's kind of anonymous. I like that. Not everybody wants to be all over YouTube and have everybody know what their face looks like. I totally get it. The reason I have it as one payment, there's a deliberate reason. When you pay for something, people will attend. If you pay lesson by lesson, because, and you know this, all of you listening, you know this is true. It's like when you know how we sign up for a gym at the beginning of the year? I used to work in gyms, remember? I used to teach yoga in gyms. Everybody joins the gym January. Look by April, see if anybody's in the gym. Okay? I'm not being mean, it's true. So when you pay all at once, it's like, I'm committed. I'm going to do this. I'm doing this shit, right? If it's lesson by lesson, I'm a little tired this week. My friend's visiting from out of town, so I don't think I can't do the class. Right. I'm not saying you, glass half full specifically. You know this is true. Thank you, Erica. It's just true. This is why people have to set things up a certain way. If you do not commit and to glass half full, the stuff you're telling me you need this. I wish you could write off my meditation course as a medical, because you should be able to. You really should, because if you're telling me you have all this going on, this should be in some countries. If we were like in Sweden, I could be wrong, or Finland, I think you can probably write off meditation as a medical thing because they know it's going to help you, right? So, here we are in America, and I don't think that's possible. I think Obama tried with Obamacare. I know for a fact there were going to be, acupuncture was going to be allowed, and things that were non-Western medicine. Yeah, he didn't get that through. He did not get that through. So glass half full, write me, let me know. I think the way I have payment set up, I could do like maybe a 2-payment plan or something, but I'd have to set it up for you and then let people know. But if you have that many medical issues, this would absolutely help you. And also, just to let you know, you don't have to sit cross-legged to meditate. With what you're telling me, the medical stuff, I would have you meditate in a chair, in a straight back chair. That's actually better for you. I don't want you to cross your legs. I don't want you to try to bend your knees and I'm laughing, but I don't want you to mess everything up. Say, Viv told me to sit like this. I'm stuck. I can't get my legs uncrossed. Yes, Bevlyn has a good question. Bevlyn's like, do you eat fried food? Now, we all eat some fried food. There's a difference, Bev, and you know this, right? There is deep fried food that tastes really good. Let's be honest. I do not eat Kentucky Fried Chicken anymore because I know I do actually love the taste of Kentucky Fried Chicken. I think that I last had Kentucky Fried Chicken 3 years ago. And before that, 10 years before that. That stuff tastes good, but it's complete crap. And then I feel like crap afterwards. No lie. After I eat Kentucky Fried Chicken, I feel horrible. I feel like I have to lay down. The next day, I wake up, my face is puffy. It's a mess, people. It's a mess. So yeah, fried food versus lightly sauteed, that's okay. Versus deep fried. Deep fried is not good. It never has been good. And that's all I'm going to say on that. Well, you guys, I had fun. How long was this live? I hope I did answer some of your questions in all seriousness. And if you have questions, hit me up at assistant@intheflowofmagic.com, okay, to avoid giving out my personal email all over the interwebs, which I don't want to do. I want to see some of you ladies in this class. I don't think I'm overhyping, overpromising. I cannot promise that you'll keep meditating, but I will have taught you, and you will see from the 8 lessons, which are spread out over 10 weeks. They're not all back to back. I think because of, Thanksgiving, I skip 1 week, and I think I skip the day before Halloween or something. In that time, you'll see the benefits of meditation. And as I said, I will continue to give you support for either 2 or 3 months after, so you can ask me questions and I can help you if you're having trouble. Let's see. Okay, we're getting a question about the fried. Yeah, I ate all kinds of things that are bad for me. I'm now eating non-inflammatory foods. Yes. Guys, just give a thumbs up to glass half full. Goddess, a lot of the problems, and you cannot say this to some people, they get very upset. I know, I have friends like this. I have family. If you say, you can change this, you have power, you're powerful, they'll just get mad. Oh no, it's inherited. My mother was fat. Yes, you can have a tendency. Absolutely. Don't get me started. Evelyn's like, yes, thumbs up. Glass half full. Congratulations. Glass half full. Watch my previous video. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it really quick for you. Glass half full. The 10 benefits of mindfulness. Hang on. You're gonna hear it. So hold on. Let me just mute it. They have shown that inflammation is affected by meditation. Okay, and I mentioned this is a link to my video that I just made on Thursday, the 10 benefits of meditation, specifically mindfulness type. When they test the blood of people, because inflammation shows in your blood, they have found it is lower in those who meditate and after you meditate. Okay, so meditation, I can also promise you, will make it easier for you to change your diet. Why glass half full? And all of you watching in replay, and I know some of you are going, that's okay. Those of you who are here, you may have loved ones, you may have a mom or an auntie you can tell this. A lot of times when we eat bad food, like I said, we're eating for emotional reasons. So how does meditation help that? Meditation will you'll literally start to hear like what's going on in your brain. As you're reaching for that potato chip, you're like, oh man, I know I'm not hungry. I'm just sad. I'm sad because of that relationship. And you'll start to meditation will give you space between what's arising for you. That's the word we use. What's coming up for you and the outcome. This is how it helps people who are addicts. An addict can't feel the pain. The pain is too great. So they go to the addiction, whether that's Coke or whether that's a drink. Again, my mother was an alcoholic. Okay. She was addicted to alcohol. So if she started to feel any pain, the pain was so great, she would try to escape. Meditation makes you stronger, where you can start to almost like you're in a helicopter. You can see the pain, like the pain is down on the road and you're here and you're able to see the pain, but you're not in the pain. You're not suffering the pain. That is really, really deep. Okay. That's why, like I said, Black and brown communities, we need meditation. We need meditation. Many of us are working, middle class, working class. It's time to kind of invest in our self-care. As I said, right now, the early registration, the course is only $144. I can do multiple payments if folks ask me for that. And if you are low income, I can drop it to 15 per session, but you need to invest something in it or you will not get much out of it. And that's also just facts. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. I'm going to make more videos. I'll break down some of these things, even the thing on the diet. Maybe I'll make a separate video on diet and meditation and how it helps us with mindful eating. You may have heard of that, mindful eating. That is basically like not just scarfing down the whole ice cream. Like me, if it's just a little pint. So some of you are going to laugh at me because that maybe not that much ice cream. I will eat half of that. So I just don't buy ice cream because I will eat that much of it. I know some people would just eat the whole thing, right? So there are different addictions. There's food, there's sex, there's alcohol, anything. We can be addicted to almost anything. There are people addicted to work, right? Workaholism, that's an addiction. We're addicted to that behavior. So, what it is there's something we're running from or that's painful, and the behavior gives us some relief, right? Whether it's the food, it gives us some relief. Whether it's the smoking, right? And we're really stressed and we're just like outside our office building smoking. So, I understand it. We're just trying to feel better. But the addiction, I'm just watching this old couple walk by. They're so cute. And they have a little old dog. They're walking. Aw. Kind of sweet. They can't see me because I'm way, way back on the property. So Thomasine, yeah. Vivaka. My gosh. Your name is that? Did you? Boom shakalaka. Okay. I am a certified yoga teacher, yes, but the meditation training is separate. Yeah. A lot of yoga teacher training, even back in the day, they don't give you very much meditation. I've trained separately in meditation. I have not taken a certification in it, but you should know some of the certification is like a month. I've meditated a month like just meditating. So a lot of times the people who are certified have actually done much less meditation. And I know that wasn't your question, but I also want to put that out there. So because it's relatively easy to get a meditation certification. And of course, there's some better ones, but somebody who's certified may actually have less experience than me. But in terms of yoga, I did get a Kripalu certification decades ago, and I've been studying for a couple decades. Yeah, I recommend Kripalu as a training in person. If you're interested, you can also reach out to me if you have questions about yoga teacher training. I'm happy to talk to especially women of color who are thinking of becoming yoga teachers. I strongly recommend getting your training in person versus online. So thank you for that question, Vivaka. All right, guys, I'm going to run. I'm going to do some reading. You guys know I'm studying. I'm teaching myself a foreign language. We won't go into that here. Yeah, you're welcome. It's good to see you. I think you're new to me. Well, certainly your name. I never noticed the name, the boom shakalaka laka. That's good. I like that. I like people with a sense of humor. Bevlin, it was great to see you. Erica, nice to see you, goddess. Glass half full. Donna, yeah, nice to see you guys. Cassie, lovely young person in there. I said, you can call me auntie. I'm going to color my hair, guys. I know I say that, but I just feel like it makes me look so much older because I'm like, my face looks good for my age. It's the gray, and I like it sometimes. I do, but I'll be really honest with you. This is completely off topic. But you notice, especially men, they treat you differently if you have gray hair. So, oh, you haven't been on a live. Okay, cool. Glass half full, girl, that is the question. Thank you for asking. I'm really pleased that you asked. So I've been studying since last April, so a year and whatever. I need to go to Italy because, as you guys know, I'm a talker. I am a talker, even though I'm an introvert. I need to hear the language. Just like if I were studying Spanish, if I need to go to Mexico, I'll come back. I'll be just, the Spanish is just rolling off my tongue. So I want to get to Italy, and I will, believe me, the moment I'm in Italy or going, you guys will know, and I will tour you around Italy with my broken cell phone. We will have pictures. You will absolutely be there right with me. I promise you. So as it's coming up, I'm working on some logistics, paperwork for traveling. I am working on it. I am very proud of myself because, of course, COVID knocked my plans, COVID, depression, yada, yada, the whole messing up the whole world, travel and all of that. But glass half full, yes, I am trying to get to Italy. As I said, when I do my spiritual stuff, my shamanic stuff, I'm supposed to be there for particular reasons. I have been twice to Italy, but I would love to run my channel from there part of the year. So that's my goal. Please put in those prayers as well. A group prayer does work. The more people putting in a positive intention. So yeah, I want to get there. I believe that in this life, I am supposed to be there part of the time. And we'll see. I will definitely tour you guys with me. Believe me. I actually love Venice. So you will see Venice. You will see Tuscany. There are some other parts that I would like to see off the beaten path. I will absolutely be filming those videos. Maybe I'll have us meditating in different places. I don't know if I'll do them a vlog style. The meditation course, if I am traveling, we will still be meditating. We'll meditate in my Airbnb. Okay, and that's, again, the beauty of meditation. You need your body and you need a little space. You could be a hoarder and meditate. And I say that, and I think there's somebody watching. Yeah, prayers. Oh, thank you, Erica. And I know your heart. You're very good, good person. Thank you for that. Erica sending prayers. For meditation, as I said, a lot of men in prison, that's what gets them through prison, is they hardcore meditation. They become like meditation masters in prison because what can you do? And so you just need your chair. So if I can get a little Airbnb, we'll meditate. If I happen to be traveling while the course is running, or I don't know. I've never meditated outside in Italy. I don't know if the Italian police will come and like take take the American tourist away. I don't know. I don't think that'll happen. I do not think. Let's see what Donna says. I am having so much fun now. Girl, I love it. The gray. Oh, they do though. Listen, this is my gray story. When I go to New York City, I get more looks. Where I live, nobody really checks me out. I don't know. What can you do? What can you do? But when I'm in the city, okay, I get some attention. This is the thing I noticed. I was there. I'm going in and out of stores, nothing. I dyed my hair, ladies. I took out all the gray. The next day, I'm going into Whole Foods. Of course, your girl is going into Whole Foods or Whole Paycheck, as we call it. Guy looks at me, checks me out, holds the door. So this is the next day. That's why I noticed it. I had gray one day. The next day, jet black. Men holding doors. Oh, smiling. Doors open. I said this. I was telling a girlfriend of mine. She goes, that doesn't make sense, because she was thinking the way a woman thinks. She goes, well, if you looked older, you'd think they'd hold the door for you. And I'm like, no, that's what I would think. You're missing the point. You're thinking, oh, they're being polite to like the elderly lady. No, they hold the door because they think you're cute. And she's like, oh, that sounds really obvious, right? But I think the way we women think, and I don't, you know what I mean? I don't think horribly negatively of men. So I just thought, yeah, they hold the door if you're older. So I guess I was in that in-between zone. Nobody was holding the door. But the minute my hair was jet black, all of a sudden they'd stop and I could just walk in like a queen. Right? So that's the only reason that I'm honestly sharing with you guys that I want to color my hair. It's such a messy thing to do. I just, my dear mother did it. It was just a constant mess. Had her towel, had her nice and easy. Thumbs up to nice and easy. So it was great to see you guys. I know. I wish gray were more respected. I may not, it's between laziness and seeing how I'm treated. We'll see. All right, you guys have a beautiful week. And if you are a patron or a member, I will put up the Goddess Circle. The camera was just on me. I talked about some interesting things, change of times with the death of the Queen. I think that means something. I talked about ancestors. There's a particular timing thing with ancestors right now. So if you are a member or a patron of my channel, look out for that. I'll probably upload that tonight. Give me a little time because I have to just edit the front part of it where I was waiting to start. And so check that out. And I lead a nice relaxation in that. So for my members and patrons, that should be coming up. That was Goddess Circle. This coming weekend, again, if you're a member or a patron, I will have yoga. So for patrons and members, I think it's Saturday, I will be doing our sweatpants yoga. Okay, so if you're not a member, consider joining for like $3.99. I think the yoga class is the $9.99 tier because yes, you'd pay that much for a yoga class. So, and all my decades of training. It's a nice yoga class. It's always really chill. I think that will be Saturday at 10. And if you're a member, you'll see the link. I'll post the link in the member area on YouTube and on Patreon. Okay. So thank you guys. Yes. Nice to see you, Silverhead. Silverhead, maybe we should do a little collab. We should talk about that. I think I put that out there before. Silverhead, if you're interested, hit me up. Yeah, I see I need to eat. Hit me up at assistant at In the Flow of Magic. Let's talk about it. See if it might be a good fit to do a collaboration so our audiences can meet each other because fitness, of course, is important. All right. And glass half full. I look forward to hearing from you as well. All right, guys. Bye for now.